It's Dave Johal once again for Punch Out Boxing. Pleased to be joined by the gentleman Chris Billam Smith. How are you, mate?
Yeah, very well, thanks, mate. Yourself?
Yes, mate. Yeah, good. It's been a while since I spoke to you, but breakdown last year because there was some highs, there was some lows, but you know, you're here, you're back, and I've read that you want to be back at world title contendership again very soon.
Yeah. You know, great year last year in as a whole. If you look at it, it's a successful year nonetheless. I learned a lot. I feel like I've grown from it. From the loss, obviously got the win over Richard at Selhurst Park, which is a great experience and a great win for me. Obviously came up short in Saudi, but a great experience. I've learned a lot from that fight, and I'm looking forward to putting that into practice in the gym.
I mean, in terms of when you fought Richard for the second time, people thought you were, well, for want of a better word, you were the underdog, even though you were champion, which was a bit strange. I mean, how did that make you feel? Was that?
That doesn't matter to me. I'm always, sometimes I've been the underdog, sometimes I've been the favourite. The bookies doesn't bother me at all. And even the last fight against Ramirez, I was the underdog. I mean, obviously rightly so in hindsight, but I didn't feel like that going in there. I felt like I was in there to do a job, and it was. I think it made my mates some money.
Look, I mean, end of the day, you fought at a big stage, which was Riyadh season. What was that whole experience like? Because fighters now, they're like, we want to get out to Riyadh season. What's the whole experience like for the whole package in terms of the sponsorships, the promotion?
I mean, the promotion's crazy out there. You can see it on the TV and stuff, and we were looked after really, really well, and really enjoyed it, and just soaked it all up. Enjoyed the experience, but someone I needed to on fight night. Wasn't enough in terms of the fight, but as a whole, a good experience.
I mean, at the minute as well in your division, I'd still take it you're going to be still campaigning at cruiserweight, and it's not a case of you're going to be going up, but the cruiserweight division is kind of controlled by Jai Opetaia at the moment as well. What did you make of his performance against Nikaya?
Yeah, I've had David and Nick over for sparring a couple of years ago before the Tommy McCarthy 2 fight. He's a good fighter, but has been nowhere near that level. I wouldn't say the whole division's controlled by him. Especially with Zerdo beating me and him having 2 belts, I think he holds a lot of weight, but just not over here probably. I mean, everyone's seen Jai against 3 Brits, so then obviously a good performance the other day. But yeah, it was a good performance at times. But David's only had 10 fights. You can't skip levels. That's what it shows. It shows that you need to go through the levels. That's what I did. I went through the levels, and that's why I was able to win a world title against a world champion no one had been close to beating at the time. So that's my view on it, and I think fair play to him for taking the fight. But and I'm sure Jai would rather fight other champions and all this as well, and he doesn't want to fight 10-0 lads at all risk and no reward. So. But he got the job done.
I mean, look, you were known for catching trains to spar with George Groves and that journey. Is it surreal when you look back and see what you've achieved so far? It's been a crazy journey. I've loved every moment of it. And I'm still enjoying it. You have to pinch yourself at times. I mean, I've got obviously Lee Cutler here next to me. Living with me and training with me now. We train as amateurs together, so I've known him for 15 years. So it's been a mad journey for us both, and sometimes we might be having a down day. We go, mate, remember when we were in our gym and we'd be watching people like us and think, oh, imagine being in that situation. So we have to be grateful. And just very finally as well, technical draw was announced for your stablemate Caroline Dubois. How do you think it was the right call? Do you think, I mean, she was clearly winning the fight, let's be honest. Do you think it was the right call to say it was a technical draw?
I don't think so. I think if you look at the cut, it looked like it was on the outside of the eye from what I saw. I mean, my cut, you might be able to see it in the scar, is in my eyelid, and that didn't get stopped. So I think because of the state of the girl's face, that probably
pushed it towards the doctor wanting to stop it. You know, she had a closed eye on one side, a little cut on the other, her face was bruised, and Caroline, you know, took control. I don't think it was the decision's not fair, but you look at the performance, and that's all we can do as gym mates and the coaching staff is look at the performance, and it was absolutely electric, absolutely dominant, and she's in such a good place, and it's her birthday as well today, so to go, that's not a bad little birthday performance from Caroline.
No, absolutely. Look, Chris, we look forward to seeing you in loads of action in 2025. You're an ambassador to the sport as well, and I'm glad you're still, you know, you've got that positive mental attitude as well, because I know you like to read and everything as well. What book are you reading at the moment? Are you reading anything? Or?
No, I've got so many, probably quarter-read self-help books, which I need to. I've actually wrote it down this year. I want to finish 6 books, which isn't a huge amount, but I feel like I need to just get back to reading consistently. Yeah, and then I'm looking forward to my son getting a bit older. He's only 2.5, but when he gets like 6, 7, I'm going to read the Harry Potter books to him and read them all again, because I read those as a kid and I absolutely loved them. So yeah.
Good stuff, Chris. All the best, mate, and we'll catch up with you soon, pal.
Nice one. Cheers. Thank you. Cheers.